Yesterday, your friend, Mayor Brandon Johnson, was asked about these so-called teen takeovers. Watch.
The accountability mechanism cannot just be with teenagers, right? I know where my son was at 3 o'clock in the morning after he went to prom and came home. And we need parents to ensure that their children are coming home.
Wow.
He actually, of course, has a point, but it's pretty obvious. What is the
Disconnecting
government's
himself
role
from the
here?
city.
The first duty of government is public safety. The first responsibility of the mayor and the governor is to keep the people in Chicago and Illinois safe and not allow teenagers to take over the city. We thought they were going to run the city, the mayor and the governor, but the teenagers are now. And their actions, mob violence and all the different things they're doing, are met with this kind of response by the Democratic leaders in Illinois and Chicago. They'll tell these kids, they'll say, and by the way, these are 18, 17-year-old, 13-year-old kids, hundreds of them, that took over a neighborhood and had a carnival at 3:30 in the morning on Saturday night. 40 people were shot, according to the latest Chicago police reports.
Shot.
But their advice to those kids is simply this. Please, whatever you do, kids, don't shoot up the city, don't rob stores, don't hijack cars, don't terrorize taxpayers, and by no means run over police officers with a car, which is what happened. Because if you do, we're going to get tough on you. We're going to send you to community-based intervention programs. That's their answer. And these kids aren't stupid. They know that. They've reduced curfews. What they've done, too, is they've reduced detention for juveniles on purpose and replaced them with these social service organizations and these community-based programs. These kids know it. And they know that if they go to something like that, they'll get counseling for an hour, they'll shoot hoops and play ping pong.
And what's crazy is Chicago residents knew who he was before they voted him into office. They knew he didn't represent the people. They knew that he wouldn't be a proper leader for their city. But they voted him in anyway because he spoke their language.
And organized looting last night, and you're calling to defund the police. Explain that.
Yeah, what we're seeing is obviously an outbreak of incredible frustration and anguish that communities that have been isolated through poverty over generations. And what we have is sort of a typical, very standard, quite frankly, a very tired response to the regularly scheduled pandemic, which is structural racism. And that response has been to increase police presence that has not led to anything of substance to secure communities and to make communities whole.
That's how they can eat?
The real answer is, how do we make sure, the question is, how do we make sure that people can eat? Look, no one is going to condone, behavior that quite frankly speaks to a level of desperation.
So you're not condoning looting.
I'm saying that people are acting out of desperation. We don't want a society that is acting out of desperation, but you have to pay attention to the cries that people have.
So you're not condoning looting.
There's no way to embrace that. What I'm saying is, you can't condone the looting that corporations continue to do every single day when they take tax dollars from black, brown, white folks all over the city of Chicago so that they can turn a profit.
Loot because.
But these corporations are not shooting kids. These corporations are not terrorizing cities and communities. These corporations are not these children. You aren't responsible for them corporations. And they still voted him into office. He was the Cook County commissioner at the time, before he even got the job as the mayor. And this is what he was talking about. He was dodging all the questions. As a matter of fact, he wasn't answering their questions. He was saying the question should be, the answer should be, no, nigga, I asked you a question. Now it's time for you to answer that question. I think it's important that I bring this up. I tell you all the time, it's God and family first. That's what this channel is all about, and that's what my ministry is about. But listen, part of putting your family first is making sure that your people aren't being ripped off on Medicare. And I'm not even going to lie. A lot of people are on the wrong plans and don't even know it. That's why I'm working with Chapter. Chapter is the only Medicare advisor that compares every plan nationwide, every single one. And here's what I love. Their advisors are salaried. They don't get paid to push one plan over the other. They look at your doctors, your prescriptions, your priorities, and they tell you straight up if there's something better. Everyone's situation is different. But seniors who found better fitting plans with Chapter are saving on average $1,100 per year. And if you're already on the right plan, they'll tell you that too. They're not trying to take advantage of you. So there's absolutely no pressure. Taking care of your people, that's ministry. Call Chapter for free today at 843-949-4383. That's 843-949-4383. And speak to someone, a real person, for free. It only takes like 20 minutes. That's all. Do it for your family.
Over the last week, I've literally interacted with over 300,000 plus real Chicagoans who say that it is hate speech for you to evoke the Civil War, to evoke bringing back the Confederacy, to say that law enforcement is a sickness when you yourself have over 150 sworn police officers on your detail. What do you say to these people, and will you ask your 150 sworn police officer CPD detail to stand down if you and your wife Stacy are ever attacked, shot at, or rammed with a protester vehicle?
First of all, I'm sorry to hear that your numbers of interactions have gone down
Answering the question.
to only 300,000.
Actually, millions, but personally, I've interacted with over 300,000, believe it or not.
It went down this week.
No, it's going up.
You just
Higher
said
than yours, by the way.
300.
By the way, check out your comments. Check out the comments on your feed.
I think it's important to be able to make sure that to the people that you're talking to, though you're talking to less and less people every week, is that they know the truth. Here's what I've said. That
Please.
the addiction
Please.
on jails and incarceration and the addiction of militarism, it is an evil. Dr. King made that very clear.
Really?
He did. And so I believe it's incumbent upon us to make sure that the real Chicagoans or the real people of America, instead of sending billions of dollars overseas, we should be spending it on the people right here in the city of Chicago.
Well, the real Chicagoans that I talk to, that I communicate with, mostly black and brown, actually,
about money.
tell me that you don't seem to know the difference between illegal aliens and real Chicago citizens. They feel that you are siding with the illegal aliens over them in their communities. And sadly,
let's get to the question.
let's get to the question. The real question is simply this. I don't know how to make it any more direct. An illegal alien from Nicaragua grabbed a woman on the north side last week, bashed her head into the sidewalk, knocked her unconscious, and raped her. If that had been your wife, Stacy, would you want ICE to deport her, to deport that illegal alien? Yes or no? Answer the question as a man, not as mayor, but as a man. Would you want ICE to deport that rapist? No? Okay.
Mayor.
That's the answer. That's the answer for real Chicagoans.
Mayor, sorry for being late to traffic's bad. Maybe the Fed's been helping.
You're not blaming me for the traffic, are you?
He answered not the question. He didn't answer any questions. I love the fact that he put him in a situation where he had to he had to be humanized. He had to look at it from a point of view that was more personal. Involve my wife, involve my children. Now, would I take a different stance if it were my own family? He wasn't even man enough to answer that. As a matter of fact, he looked at that as an opportunity. He silently celebrated the fact that he was given an out because he can make it seem like that question was too rude to even answer, to even entertain. When we know for a fact that it was only brought up because, bro, you clearly don't want to answer any questions. Why are you standing up there at the podium? So you can give a speech? So you can give your own points of view? That's why I don't like these politicians, bro. That's why I don't like any of them. There's not one politician that I adore. The reason why is because they're all politicians and they all play the game. and they never say what's really on their mind. They never give us real answers, and they always give us something that only supports their side. And until we start to see that, we're not going to hold them accountable as much as we should. They only answer questions in a way that support their side. And I hate that, man, because we need answers, bro. People are dying out here. People are broke out here. They're starving out here. They're sick. The drug problem is not going down, it's going up. Homeless problem is not going down, it's going up. So y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. If you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family. Thank you again for joining me. Y'all have an amazing day. Peace. Special partnership alert. We just now linked up with XXXdrinks.com, which you could take advantage of and get 10% off by hitting the link in the descriptions. Their products support energy, stamina, confidence, mood, circulation, and overall body sensitivity, not just one single effect. Tea, coffee, and you and your significant other are going to be extremely happy. I promise you. Go through the link below and get 10% off. I'll see you on the other side. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.